I'm Yvonne Su. I think I'm making a difference in the world by standing up for what I believe in. Because Alexander Hamilton once said, "Those who stand for nothing fall for anything." So I've taken it upon myself to educate myself on the different issues that are around the world, and I figured out what I can do personally to contribute to the solution and not the problem. Some key factors that have led me to do what I've done is mainly my family. My father was a political refugee from China, so knowing that he struggled so hard to get my family and me to Canada so I can have an education that he never had was a very empowering experience for me. And that's what's empowered me to help other people, achieve education in other parts of the world or in Canada and make a difference, because I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I have now if my father hadn't sacrificed like he did. I built a school with Free of Children in China, in Guangzhou, China, in 2007 with my family and my family's restaurant and the community of Holland Landing, because I felt that there was a need to increase education in rural areas of China. So I simply just made a poster, contacted Free of Children, and told my community about it. And within a year and a half, we raised $4,000 to build a school in China. Also in 2007, after I learned about the genocide in Darfur, and I really wanted to be able to do something about it, but as somebody who lives in a completely different country, I thought the only really thing I could do was to try to understand it. And the way to try to understand it was to do the walk for Darfur, which was a walk from Calgary to Edmonton. It was a 7-day walk, 278 kilometers, but we realized we suffered a fraction of the pain of what refugees go through when they flee their homes. So what we were able to do was not only raise national awareness, but also raise funds for War Child to do humanitarian aid in Darfur. The one issue that I care so much about right now is climate change adaptation. So that is the fact that many of us are aware that climate change is happening and that many countries, most likely the developing countries, are very vulnerable to the threats of climate change. So floods, storms, all of those are going to increase. And my passion is within figuring out what policies or what developmental plans can be implemented so countries that live on the coastline can adapt to climate change and not be as vulnerable as they are now without anything to help them. I think what's stopping people from getting involved in climate change is because they think it's boring. They think the facts are boring. They think taking action is boring. So what I've been able to do with my friends is find a creative way to get their attention, but also have a take-home message. So something that we did was a strip mob, which is a more radical way to protest, where we would take like a coat off or something and get people's attention, and then we'd have music and we'd be dancing with signs that would say something like, "Canada needs a climate change action plan." If you want to take action on climate change, I suggest the first thing you do is get informed. So read newspapers, read journal articles, talk to your teachers, your professors, your family members, and form your own opinion about what it is that climate change is. And then find out how you fit into this problem, and of course how you can be part of the solution. And then take action with your friends and your family to make a difference.